everybody, welcome back. My name is Vicki-Lynne. Welcome to my channel. You're here with Cooking Vegan with Vicki. This is all my recipes are vegan, and I welcome vegans, non-vegans, anybody on their journey to be vegan or at least be a little kinder to animals and the environment. Today we're going to make banana nut muffins. So the first thing we're going to start with is we're going to take 3 very ripe bananas. The riper the better. That makes them sweeter. And this is actually a very, very quick recipe. I'm actually going to make them into muffins. This could also be obviously made into banana bread in a loaf pan. I just make them into muffins. It's easier to share with people. So we're having a lovely day here. Sunny and beautiful. So now we're just going to mash up our banana. Now I do leave a little bit of chunks in mine just because I like to have little bites of the banana, so I don't mush it totally. So we're just gonna mush that up. So some of the other ingredients, this is like a super simple recipe. So we're just gonna mash the banana. And then once we add the flour in and the leavening agent, which in this case is gonna be baking soda, we don't want to mix too much. So that's just perfect. So now I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar and 1/3 of a cup of white sugar, granulated sugar. We're going to add that in. And again, we're going to mix this in too. And then to this, we're also going to add, so my brown sugar turned a little dry, which happens all the time. You can just microwave it for a couple of minutes. That will soften it. But I'm just going to use the fork and work through it. And then we're also going to add 1/3 of a cup of canola oil, or any kind of oil that doesn't have a flavor. So olive oil would not be good in this. You could probably try coconut. I would use refined coconut oil, melted obviously. That would be good too. So and if you don't know, there's 2 types of coconut oil. There's regular coconut oil, unrefined, and then there's refined. So the unrefined tastes like coconut, has that coconut taste to it, and then the unrefined basically takes the taste of the coconut out, so you're cooking with that oil but just not getting that flavor. Because sometimes when you're cooking certain recipes, you don't want that flavor, right? So we have that in, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and our leavening agent, which is the baking soda. So we're putting in a teaspoon of baking soda. So again, the measurements are quite easy. It's a teaspoon, a teaspoon, a teaspoon, 1/3 of a cup of everything else. And then we're gonna add in 2 cups of flour. So now we're gonna add in our flour. Okay. And we're just going to mix this until it's lightly incorporated, which means we just want it to mix, but we don't want to over mix it. Okay. And I'm actually going to add my chopped walnuts now, so it'll get into the batter. Okay. And then that way we won't over mix our batter. I got floppy sleeves today. So this is slowly coming together. Okay. Oh, always forgetting something. Just add it when you remember. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And fun fact, usually the cup that comes with the vanilla is normally about a teaspoon, so you don't have to dirty any other measuring devices. All right. Perfect. And that is just incorporated. There we go. So now I already have my muffin pan prepared, and I'm actually using silicone liners, which are lovely, available on Amazon. Of course, what can't you get on Amazon? So I have our silicone liners, and I'm just going to use it's about a 2 tablespoon scoop, and you don't have to use the full amount, but it just makes it easier to get approximately the same in each one, so they'll cook evenly. So now you need to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, and then we're just going to finish scooping. So now other things that you can put in here, you can change it up with the kind of nuts. You can do pecans. I like walnuts with banana, but pecans would also be really good. Oh, and I was gonna put chocolate chips in, and guess what? I forgot. Too late now. We'll have them plain this time. I just wanted to, so when I do my weekly preps and stuff, I just kind of look at what needs to get used, and today the bananas needed to get used, so I just, looked up a good recipe, kind of tweaked it a little bit. Perfect. All right. One thing about vegan cooking, no problem licking the bowl because there's no egg in it. So I'm just gonna put this in the oven at 350. Now normally if you're doing a loaf pan, it's about 50 to 60 minutes. So I'm actually not sure how long these are gonna take because they're much smaller. I'm guessing 25, maybe 30 minutes, just because with banana bread and stuff, it's a little bit more dense, so it does take a little bit more time cooking. So we're gonna put this in the oven, and we'll wait for the goodness to happen. Hey, so we're back. Now we've got our banana muffins, and they are all cooked. They just pop out of these silicone liners, then you're not wasting paper, and they're reusable, easy to wash. You can even put them in the dishwasher, and they look delicious. I'm just gonna give them a little try. Sorry, the walnuts make it. If you try this recipe, please put a message below, let me know what you think. And if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe, hit the little bell icon that's right beside it so that you get notified every time I put our new recipes on the thing. We'll also be doing some meal prep coming up. Thank you. See you soon.